About you, but I'm feeling pretty good about our gubernatorial candidates on the Democratic side. We have some very good choices. And it doesn't stop at the governor level. I believe we have 2 candidates here for lieutenant governor as well. The first young man, I say young because he happens to be the youngest elected county commissioner in the state of Pennsylvania. And he's my colleague. And his name is Mark Smith. I promised him that I wouldn't say Matt because apparently a news report had him listed as Matt. And he hails from Bradford County, and it's a place with a lot of Marcellus shale. So at this time, we'll call on Mark Smith.
Well, thank you for having me in Lebanon County. This is great. This is a great time tonight. I've met a lot of great people. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, I am a young county commissioner in Bradford County, Pennsylvania. I'm on my 2nd term, and my 1st term I served as the majority chair of our Democratic majority. And we did that through a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication to the principles that we believe in. And so I learned a lot about working with Republicans and Democrats and making things work in government in that experience. You know, we've heard a lot from our 2 gubernatorial candidates, and a lot of it you're going to be hearing much of as we go forward here. But some of the things that they talked about that really hit home with me. You heard Max talk about poverty in inner cities and things. Well, I just want to tell you that it doesn't stop at the cities. Pennsylvania is full of issues, and they start from one side and go all the way to from east to west, from north to south. I grew up in Bradford County, Pennsylvania, and I grew up in poverty. I grew up in a little trailer in the woods. I was raised by my father, single father, with help from my grandparents. The things that make me want to be a Democrat is because of the way I grew up. Because I needed to go to school, I needed a public education. I needed to go to school and have them give me a reduced price or a free lunch. That's how I ate. That's how I was educated. Those are the type of things that we believe in as Democrats. And those are the things that make me want to do this for a living, that make me serious about running for office in a statewide office, and recognizing that the things that I needed as a child, other children need, other adults need. And we need to embrace that momentum, embrace those beliefs, and take back Harrisburg for the Democrats. Because that's what's important in this election. There is so much at stake, so much at stake. And as a young candidate with a different kind of perspective, I think that's a valuable asset in this campaign. Joellen mentioned that I'm from an area in the state that has a lot of Marcellus shale drilling. We have the most drilled wells in the state of Pennsylvania in Bradford County. And I can tell you just a little bit about dealing with Governor Corbett and Marcellus shale and natural gas. Governor Corbett appointed a Marcellus shale commission a few years ago. Do you guys remember all that? Yeah? Do you think there was anybody from the most drilled-in county in the state of Pennsylvania on that commission? No, there wasn't. Because that's how Republicans do business. And that was the first time I really realized that we need a voice at the statewide level on this issue. It's something we haven't had, and I think it's something that's important in this election. Not only were we not on the commission, I went down to speak at the commission. I wasn't allowed in the hearing room. I had to sit up in the room with the protesters, and I did that. And I waited in line. I think I was, I don't know, number 200 and something. But I waited. I wanted to make a statement for my county as a Democrat, and I did that. And I've done those things over the last few years with natural gas drilling. I've had to fight to make sure some of our property owners got protected when things went wrong. I've had to stand up and say, Governor Corbett, you're wrong. I've had to stand up and say, sometimes the DEP is wrong. So I've done all of those things, and I have those experiences, and I've lived with Marcellus shale for 5 long years. And I know a lot about it, the positives and the negatives. I could talk all day long about it. I'm sure John and I could have a few beers about it too. Look, as Democrats, we lead by picking people up, not leaving people behind. And if we do that, And if we do that in this election, if we run a statewide race, if we look for every vote, if we listen to every voice, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have Harrisburg back in the governor's hands. But we have to work for it. So you're going to be hearing a lot of candidates and hearing a lot of speeches. But I think overall, all the candidates are committed to the same cause. And I believe that we're going to win this thing. So work hard this year, motivate the people, motivate your friends, motivate your family, find new voters, raise some money, and let's get Harrisburg back. Thank you.